Okay, hi there everybody. Here we have another reading by Asha. This is an extract from My Man Jeeves by P.G. Wodehouse, rallying around old George. And as I said, read by Asha. So, let's listen.
You wouldn't have believed he had a drop of any sort of emotion in him.
Good, that's a really good start. I really like the way you put the emphasis on believed. You wouldn't have believed he had a drop of any sort of emotion in him. That's really pretty good.
Voules, I said, are you under the delusion that I'm going to be Queen of the May?
Okay, well done with that V in Voules. That was very good. Voules, I said, are you under the delusion that I'm going to be Queen of the May? Queen of the Maypole.
You've called me early, all right.
You've called me early, all right. That sounds fine.
It's only just 7.
I like that. It's got some intonation in it as well. It's only just 7.
All right. It's only just 7.
Yeah, I love it. It's only just 7.
I understood you to summon me, sir.
I love that. Sir. Yes. Let's see. In standard RP, sir, but sir. That sounds really posh. It sounds very good.
I summoned you to find out why you were making that infernal noise outside.
Okay, that's not bad. I like you're hitting the H on the W. Normally I would say why, but why? I think I would give this word infernal a bit more welly, make it a bit stronger. I summoned you to find out why you were making that infernal noise outside.
I owe you an apology, sir. I'm afraid that in the heat of the moment I raised my voice.
Good. Okay, that's great. In the heat of the moment, that moment sounds really posh, and that sa sounds very good as well. And well done, you hit the V in voice very nicely. You nailed that one.
It's a wonder you didn't raise the roof. Who's that with you?
Yes, it's a wonder. Maybe a bit more oomph in wonder. It's a wonder you didn't raise the roof. Who was that with you?
Miss Pilbeam, sir. Mrs. Vanderley's maid.
Miss Pilbeam, sir. Mrs. Vanderley's maid. Sounds really, really good. And you hit the V in Vanderley as well.
What was all the trouble about?
Good. What was all the trouble about? What was all the trouble about? I'd probably give this a bit more strength. Whoops.
I was breaking our engagement, sir.
Okay. Let's see. You've done it in a very flat voice, and I suppose this is very good because it's a really quite a meaningful line. But normally, as this is Jeeves talking, he says things in the strongest things in the quietest terms. I was breaking our engagement, sir. I really like your sirs, sir.
I couldn't help gaping.
Good. That sounds really nice. I couldn't help gaping.
Somehow one didn't associate Voules with engagements.
Somehow one didn't associate Voules with engagements.
Then it struck me that I'd no right to butt in on his secret sorrows, so I switched the conversation.
Good. Then it struck me that I'd no right to butt in on his secret sorrows, so I switched the conversation.
I think I'll get up, I said.
Yes, that's very nice. I think I'll get up, I said. Okay, it sounds very natural.
Yes, sir.
I love it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I can't wait to breakfast with the rest. Can you get me some right away?
Okay, so that W, in a way, you missed that one. It sounded very away. Yeah? Away, away, away. I can't wait to breakfast with the rest. Can you get me some right away? Okay,
Yes, sir.
good.
So I had a solitary breakfast and went up on deck to smoke.
Okay, smoke. That oak is good. You didn't quite nail the W in went either. It's got a little bit of a V waver in it. So I had a solitary breakfast and went up on deck to smoke.
It was a lovely morning.
Yes, that's really good. I love what you've done with the lovely. That was lovely. It was a lovely morning.
Blue sea, gleaming casino, cloudless sky, and all the rest of the hippodrome.
Good. Okay, cloudless. That was very good. All the rest of the hippodrome. Okay, and continue.
Presently, the others began to trickle up.
Yes, that's very good as well. Sounds very nice. Presently, the others began to trickle up, and this last little bit you've increased the speed, which was quite nice.
Stella Vanderley was one of the first. I thought she looked a bit pale and tired.
Okay, that's good. You hit the V in Vanderley. Stella Vanderley was one of the first. I thought she looked a bit pale and tired. I love the way you've gone tired. I would go tired, but you've gone tired. And that tired sounds incredibly posh.
She said she hadn't slept well.
Ouch. So, she said she hadn't slept well. You missed this W.
That accounted for it.
Yes. Okay, so you said that accounted for it. As you're trying to sound really posh, you need to hit that for and don't go for. Yeah, for it. Go for it.
Unless you get your 8 hours, where are you?
Good. Unless you get your 8 hours, where are you? Good.
St. George, I asked.
Lovely. Seen George, I asked. Very natural conversation. Good.
I couldn't help thinking the name seemed to freeze her a bit.
Yes, I couldn't help thinking the name seemed to freeze her a bit. And that was not quite nice. This little pause after two.
Which was queer, because all the voyage she and George had been particularly close pals.
Okay, so particularly you missed. Which was rather queer. Because all the voyage, you hit the V in voyage, she and George had been particularly close pals.
In fact, at any moment I expected George to come to me and slip his little hand in mine and whisper,
Okay, so, little. Okay, I think it's probably the dark L at the end of little that you missed. Okay, so little. His little hand in mine. In fact, and you missed this comma, but it doesn't matter. In fact, at any moment, I expected George to come to me and slip his little hand in mine, and whisper,
I've done it, old scout. She loves me.
Good. Okay, L, that sounds really great. I've done it, old scout. She loves me.
I didn't pursue the subject. George's talk was apparently low that AM.
Okay, let me listen to that again. I'm worried about the pursue.
pursue the subject.
Pursue? Yeah, it's all right. I didn't pursue the subject. George's stock was apparently low that AM. Okay, this is a very good reading, Asha. A couple of W's missed, particularly, and little hand. Slip his little hand in mine, his little hand in mine. So thank you very much. That was a really good piece of work. Well done.